Hello, Hamna.
Good evening, sir.
Wait a minute for. Please wait for 1 minute. Okay, wait for 1 minute. Radhika, Hamna, and what you? Okay, let's start. So today is our physics class, and what happened to Miradullah? Is I'm audible to you, Hamna and Maridullah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hamna and Maridullah, do you want? Is I'm audible to you? Please let me know.
Yes, sir.
Is I'm audible? Hamna,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
you are not audible to me. Okay, let me start. We were discussing the physics chapters. Okay, so we have done all the questions. Okay, Nadullah. Okay, so we have done all the questions. Should I start the second chapter or other chapter, or should we practice? Is there any other chapter that is coming in exams in physics
No, sir.
other than
Sir,
motion?
two chapters.
Is
Sir,
there
two
any other
chapters
chapter
are
that is
there.
coming in exams other than motion? Let
Sir,
me
two
know.
chapters are there. First is motion and force and law of motion.
Why not replying?
Sir, there are
Tell me, dear
two
student.
chapters.
Okay, let's discuss the. मुझे क्यों आवाज नहीं आ रही? I'm not audible. Okay, so let's move further. Okay, so let me share the screen first. No, Maridullah, you are not audible to me. Right now, you are not audible. Speak something.
Sir,
Your voice is not coming. Let me check the mic volume. It is 100% charge. We are going to have 100% volume.
Sir, are we audible?
Okay. Let me start the class first without wasting the time. So let's move further, dear students. In the previous class, okay, so if I'm saying here that, dear student, if I'm saying that in the previous class we were discussing the numerical related to the motion chapter. Okay, and since we are going to have the objective questions, okay, only so let's start doing some questions. In the previous class we were discussing, we have done the questions from the NCERT examples, and that we have done thoroughly. Each and every chapter we have done. Okay, Maridullah is not. Okay. Okay. So Hamna, if I'm saying that if an object is moving, and having initial velocity, okay, if you throw an object with a speed of 25 meter per second, if I'm saying, if in this question, an object is thrown, an object is thrown with thrown upward with a speed with a speed of 25 meter per second, in how much time how much time will it touch will it touch the ground back? Also calculate the highest point will it reach. Second, total time, and speed at which, okay, just calculate this one. An object is thrown upward with a speed of 25 meter per second. In how much time will it touch the ground back? And moreover, calculate the highest point will it reach. When an object is thrown with an initial velocity of 25 meter per second, take acceleration is equals to 10 meter per second square. Tell me, calculate the value.
So what is G? So what is G?
G is 10 meter per second square. It is being given to you. Miradullah, speak something. Is I'm audible?
So what is G?
Let me rejoin. Okay, you need to do this one. You will not win. Let me join it again. Okay. So let me join it again. Where's the mouse? I'm coming back. Okay. Within 2 seconds, stop. Yes, Maridula, is I'm audible to you now?
Yes, sir.
You both?
Yes, sir.
Says I'm audible.
Is the screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why the voice is not coming. Maridula, please speak something.
Says I'm audible.
Yeah. You are audible. Now
So
you are
what is the
audible.
meaning of G in this question?
The value of G is 10 meter per second squared is being given to you here.
Sir, no,
Value
sir, what is G? First, sir, what
acceleration
is
due to
G?
gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. Okay, let's solve this question. Okay, let's solve. So if I'm saying here that an object is thrown vertically upward with a speed of 25 meter per second, in how much time will it touch the ground back? In how much time will it touch the ground back? So you need to keep in mind here that u is equals to 25 meter per second. Okay. So if an object is thrown vertically upward, so at some height, its final velocity will become 0. And acceleration, since you always know that acceleration is always acts towards the gravity. So if the object is moving upward, so its speed is constantly decreasing. So we will take the here that G acceleration due to gravity will be considered as minus 10 meter per second square, because here the acceleration is acting in the opposite direction. Okay, here the acceleration is acting in the opposite direction. Okay, dear student. So here you can see that u is equals to 25 meter per second here, and G is equals to 10 meter per second square. Okay, and you can simply see here that S you need to calculate that what will be the maximum height it reaches, and time you need to calculate. Okay, time, and here final velocity will be 0 at the highest point, its final velocity will be 0. So you simply know here that, dear student, you simply know here that we have u, G and V. Okay, and S highest. So which equation will be suitable for this? This G is actually acceleration. This G is actually acceleration. So what would be the value? What would be the value of which equation should we use here? So there is
So
no
V,
time. So we'll
so
use
V
V
square is equal to U square plus 2A.
2as. Okay. So we will write here V square is equals to U square plus 2as or 2gh. You can also write here. So we can write here V square, and the final velocity is equals to U square plus 2gh. You can also write, because G is acceleration and S is the height. So first we need to calculate the height. So we know that final velocity at the highest point will become 0 plus initial velocity that is 25 plus 2, and G is minus 10, and height we need to calculate. So that will be equals to, then this will become 0, and this 25, the square of 25 is 625 is equals to 0, and then plus, then this will be 20 minus of 20, and that will be the height. Okay, then this will go to that side, it will also become minus of 20, or you can take this one as to this side. So okay, so keeping this one, it will be 625 would be equals to minus of 20 into h. Okay, so then this will be equals to h would be equals to how much? H would be equals to 625. Okay, this minus will, you can get cancelled, or this will become positive. Okay, this will become positive. So this h will be equals to 625 divided by 20. Okay, so whatever the values come here, that will be the value of h. The maximum height it will reach is this will be. Okay, you can divide it by using, or you can multiply it by 5 on both sides, it will become 100. Okay, so simply you can do like this way. You can divide it by 4. When you divide it by 5, you can simply say that this will be 4 upon 125. Okay, 4 upon 125, and 4 upon 125 is the height. Okay. Now it is being asked that what will be the time. So we will calculate the time for reaching the highest point, and that will be the equivalent time that it will come back. So whatever the time we are going to have, the total journey time will be twice of the journey of the one-way journey. So if it take t times to reach the highest point, then the same time will be taken to comes back. So we need to calculate the time here. Okay, so the time will be simply we can consider here that the time for coming down. We can calculate the time for coming down. Okay, the time for coming down when the stone will be start coming down, then its initial velocity here will be 0, because when it reaches to the highest point, when it reaches to the highest point, dear student. So when it reaches to the highest point, so at that point you will see that it will start coming back. So the initial velocity will be 0. Okay, and the distance, you know, that is how much distance it is. It is you have calculated, that is 625 125 by 4. And so we have the initial velocity 0 in the time for calculating. We have we need to calculate the time. We have the distance, that is 125 by 4. So time we can calculate here by using the S is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, so this will be the 125 by 4, okay, is equals to half acceleration. Since the object is falling towards the gravity, so acceleration here will be taken as positive. Okay, so it will be positive 10, and that will be the t square. Okay, so you can write here, dear student, you can write here, you can cut it, you will get 5t square is equals to time. Okay, now what you will find here that dear student, you will find there that 5t square, since why I'm writing here 0, because initial velocity is 0, so whatever the value comes here will be 0. Okay, so this ut value will become 0 because the initial velocity is 0. When the stone start coming down from the highest point, because the highest point is going to have the 0 velocity and it will start coming back, so its initial velocity for that journey will be considered as 0, and this will start coming back. Okay, so that we have that 5t square is equals to t square is equals to 25. So you can also write here that 125 by 4 is equals to 5t square, and then you can also cut this 5 with 5. Okay, so you will get here t square is equals to t square is equals to 25 by 4. Okay, 25 by 4. Now you can write here t is equals to t square is equals to 5 square by 2 square. So you can cut it, and you will get here that t is equals to 2.5 seconds. Got it, dear students? So if the 2.5 second is taking to come the stones down, so the total journey time will be how much? Tell me, Hamna.
So 2.5 seconds.
If the total time, if the time 2.5 is the time for coming the stone from highest point to touch the ground, so that total time taken to throw the stone and coming back will be twice of 2.5. So the total time for the journey, total time for journey
So 5 seconds.
is equals to 5 seconds. Got it, Hamna? Hamna?
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Please copy this one. Now you need to calculate the speed with which it touched the ground. So it will be the same, that was a thrown velocity. If the object is thrown with a velocity of 25 meter per second, then its touching speed will be also 25 meter per second. Okay, got it? So copy this one and let me know when you have done. After the height, you need to write this one. Height will be equals to 25 by 4. And then we shall be starting this one here. Okay. Is there any other chapter that is coming in examinations after the motion?
Sir, the
Yes,
second
sir,
chapter,
sir.
force and laws of motion.
Force and laws of motion. Tomorrow we will be going to start that chapter. Okay. Let me clear a concept first. And we shall be going to take your test. I will send the test paper. Today is on your mail, and then you need to solve this thoroughly with your 100% honesty. Okay, and then solve this one and send me back mail on the mail. Okay, I will check that one. Okay, and can we have any extra classes for you? If you need, we can have the extra classes.
No, sir, not now.
Not now. If you have any doubt, Hamna, so tell the Nishkar sir to have your means. He will arrange your extra classes for any topic if you are having any doubt. Okay, so
Done, sir.
done. Okay. Let's move further. Okay, so let's start. So finally we are here. Okay, and let's do the next question. If this is a building, okay, this is a building. A, okay, and this is another building here, B. Okay, so if an object is drawn is thrown from this height, okay, from this building, and this building is 100-meter high, okay, and the stone is thrown with a speed of 30 meter per second, and it is tracing the path. Let I'm removing this one, okay, and it is tracing this path like this way, and it is touching the ground. With what speed will it touch the ground? With what speed will it touch the ground? Stone is thrown vertically upward with a speed of 30 meter per second. 30 meter per second. Okay, a stone is thrown vertically upward with a speed of 30 meter per second from the top of 100-meter high building. What speed will it touch the ground? Touch the ground. So what you need to do? How will you proceed to this question? Tell me, Hamna and Maridullah. Tell me how
So
will
by
you proceed?
using equation third.
First, you will do what?
So final velocity in this question, final velocity is 0. Initial
Here,
velocity is
here,
30
here,
meter
here,
per
here.
second.
We need to calculate the final velocity when it touch the ground. We need to calculate the final velocity when it touch the ground. So first of all, Hamna, do you have any idea how will you proceed this question? Tell me, Hamna. Hamna. Hamna is in the class. Hamna is there. Hamna, do you have any idea that how will you proceed this question? Please let me know. Hamna don't know actually. So how will you proceed this question? First of all, Maridula, you need to do one thing here, that first of all you need to calculate the height with which it will reach if it is thrown with a speed of 30 meter per second, and acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square. Okay, so if it is moving and with a initial speed of 30 meters per second, calculate the height with which it will, okay, it will means if we throw a stone with a speed of 30 meter per second, then calculate the height from the building that it will reach, it will cover when its initial velocity becomes 0. Okay, calculate that height first. Okay, calculate that height first, and then you will be able to calculate that this height that you will calculate now, and plus 100 will be the total height for the case B. And you have the initial velocity, means from first you need to calculate the height. If an object is thrown with a speed of 30 meter per second, how much height will it gain? Let me know. How much height will it gain? Let me know. Which formula will you use? Which formula will you use?
So V is equal to U. So V is equal to U plus 2S.
V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. Okay, so by calculating this, V square is equals to U square plus 2GH. Here, final velocity at the highest point will become 0. The initial velocity is 30 square plus 2 into G. The value of G will be taken as positive or negative? Tell me, Hamna. The value of G will be taken as positive or negative? Hamna, I'm asking.
Negative, sir.
Negative. Okay, negative we have taken here 10, and height we need to calculate. Okay, so here this will be 900 plus minus of 20h. Okay, minus of 20h equals to 0. So we will have h is equals to minus of 20. So here this will become minus of 900 will be minus of 20h. So you can simply write here minus of 20h equals to 0. Now this will be goes to that side, and this will become 20h is equals to 900. So h will be equals to 90 to 900 upon 20. The 0 will get cancelled out. This will become 45. So the stone will reach to the height of 45 meter. 45 meter. Okay. When you throw a stone with a speed of 30 meter per second, then it will reach maximum height of 45 meter before its velocity will become 0. Okay. Now you need to consider here that 45 is the height from the building. 45 meter is the height from the building, and another height is the height of the building, that is 100 meter. A stone at the highest point is going to, when it is starting falling downward, then during that time its initial velocity will be 0. Do you understand why its initial velocity will become zero? Because at the highest points, its velocity will be zero. So when it start falling backward towards the ground, that from the highest points, its velocity will become zero, and it need to cover a distance of 45 is the distance from the building and plus 100 meter the height of the building. So it need to cover a distance of, here for calculating case second, we have the initial velocity falling case, okay, falling case 45 is the initial velocity, 45 meter per second, okay, and here we have the total distance it need to cover here is 45. Sorry, initial velocity is 0, initial velocity is 0 meter per second. Here the s or height it need to cover is actually 45 plus 100, and that will be equivalent to 145 meter per second. Okay, dear students, got it? Got
Yes,
it?
sir.
And here you know that this one is this one. Okay. Now the total height we need to calculate the final velocity when it touch the ground, and acceleration due to gravity is here plus 10 meter per second square, because the object is falling towards the gravity, and if it's falling towards the gravity, the speed will constantly increase, and if speed is constantly increasing, that means g is positive. So now you need to calculate which formula will you use here. Here we have u, v, h, and a.
Sir,
Which formula will?
Sir, v is equal to u plus 2as.
2as. Again, we have to use that formula again because there is no time, and the time is another two equations. So this is the only equation that do not have time, that is v square is equals to u square plus 2as, or you can write here v square is equals to u square plus 2gh. Okay, so here we need to calculate the final velocity, and u is the initial velocity of the object, and that will be 0 square when it start falling down, and 2 into g. What's the value of g? G is 10, so we have to write here 10 into h is 145. Okay, so this square of this one, so when we multiply this one, we will get 290. So we will get here v square is equals to 29. When you multiply this one, you will get 290, and then 2900. So v square is equals to 29. So we will have the value v square is equals to under root of 2900. And how can we write 2900? We can write here 29 into 10 into 10. So this 10 will comes outside the bracket. So we will have, so we need to divide here. We need to remove this one. Okay, so this v will be equals to 10 root 29. Got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Copy this one. Done?
Yes, sir. Sir.
Hamna? Hamna, you done? Hamna, have you done? Hamna.
Done, sir.
Okay, let's move further. So let's another type do these questions. Calculate the displacement from 5 to 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds. First, acceleration, acceleration from acceleration from 0 to from 0 to 5 seconds, from 0 to 5 seconds, 5 seconds. Okay, okay. So calculate the displacement from 0 to 10 seconds and acceleration from 0 to 5 seconds. Tell me what would be the displacement from 0 to 5 to 10 seconds and acceleration from 0 to 5 seconds. Are you solving, beta? Are you solving, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, displacement is 40 meter.
So your displacement is 40 meter. Okay. Hamna, is it same for you? The displacement is 40. Hamna, I'm asking, is it Miradullah is same that the displacement from 5 to 10 second is 40? Is it correct or incorrect?
Sir, my answer is 120.
So dear students, you knows very well that that actually we knows very well that in VT graph, VT velocity time, and if I'm saying that if we cut the cross here, means if I put the multiplication sign here, then it will gives you area in VT graph. So in velocity time graph, area under VT graph will gives you displacement, because the value of velocity into time is displacement. Okay, so simply what you can write here is you need to calculate the area of this one and this one. Okay, calculate this area, and whatever the value of area will be, this will be equal to the displacement. So what is the length here? What is the breadth here? The breadth is 5, and what is the height here? Height is actually that is 8 centimeter, 8 unit. Here it is 8. Okay, so simply we can calculate here that we know that area under VT graph gives displacement. Okay, so we can write here V into T. Sorry, here we can write here that is 5. From 5 to 10 it is 5 seconds. Actually the difference is actually 5 seconds, and you can write here 5 into 8, you can write here 40 meter per second. Okay, so this will be the area. Okay,
So we can also find displacement by using S is equal to UT plus half AT square.
yes, you can find it. You can find. Here you know that initial we need to find out the acceleration. So actually we know that the acceleration is equals to from 0 to 5 second. It can be given by this slope of this line. Slope of this line can be given, I mean the acceleration can be given by this line. But if you don't know the value of slope, then let it be. Here you find that at 0 second its initial velocity is 4 meter per second. So you can say at 0 mean at t, when time t is equals to 0, then its initial velocity is 4. So you can write here 4 meter per second. At t is equals to 5, its final velocity is, what is final velocity? Let me know. What will its
So
final
8,
velocity?
so 8 meter per second.
So v is equals to 8 meter per second is the final velocity, and the time duration is actually 0 to 5 is 5 seconds. Okay, so what you can do simply here that you need to find out the value of a acceleration. So a is equals to v minus u by t. So you can simply write here that the value of v is actually here, that is 8 minus 4 upon 5, that will be 4 upon 5 meter per second square. Got it? Or you can write it 0.8 meter per second square. Okay,
Yes, sir.
got it? Please copy this question.
Sir, done.
Okay, so let's move further. The next question. Okay. So please calculate the velocity of the object from 2 seconds to 4 seconds. Okay. Please calculate this one.
Sir, 2 meter per second. Sir, sir, mic is off.
Okay. So at 2 seconds, you know that at 2 seconds, the coordinates of this, we know that in velocity, in displacement, this is the displacement time graph. So displacement time graph, only the displacement divided by time will gives you velocity. So here the slope of line will going to give you the answer. Okay. So what would be the x coordinate of this one? That x coordinate will be 2. And what would be the y coordinate? It is 8. Okay. Okay, dear student.
Yes, sir.
And what would be the x coordinate at 4 second? This will be 4. What would be the y coordinate?
So 12.4.
That is 12. Okay, assume that is 12. Okay, so we will find here that the slope of line in displacement time graph, gives velocity. So you can simply write here that slope of line is given by y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So what is y2? That is 12 minus 8 upon, that is 4 minus 2, and that will be 4 upon 2, that will be 2 meter per second. Very good. Manizullah, very good. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So another type of questions that used to come from this is just, I'm going to give you a simple question. Please let me just use your mind and please solve this one. This is the last question that I'm going to give you. A man standing on a man is standing on a 500-meter tall building. Okay. I drop a stone. Drop means he drop a stone, and that it will reach this is the 500-meter high building. This is a 500-meter high building. And it is he is going to throw this stone. Okay, and you need to calculate that at what time will it take that means the person is going to hear the sound of the stone. Okay, means when it hit the ground, then the sound will reaches back to the person who is standing at the 500-meter high building. So what would be the total time from the drop to the sound coming to his ears of when the stone hit the ground? It will produce the sound. So what is the total time when it you need to calculate total time when it touches the ground? Okay, and the sound will be coming back to its ears. So what will be the total time?
So, but so
Here height of the building, and the height of the building is
so what is the speed?
when the word dropped is used. Dropped. Okay, dropped. When the word dropped is used, it means initial velocity is 0. Acceleration here is 10 meter per second square. T you need to calculate. First you need to calculate the T. The speed of the sound is actually sound is 330 meter per second. Done. Done. Have you calculated time? Time in which it touches the ground?
No,
Which
sir,
form?
I'm still doing it.
Hamna, have you done?
Sir, 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Okay, let me calculate. We use the formula S is equals to UT plus half GT square. Here we know that when the total distance is 500, initial velocity will be 0. Okay, initial velocity will be 0 because the stone is being dropped. So the time multiple of time will be 0, and half into this. Okay, so half into T square. So you need right here T square. This will be 5. Okay, so you will write here that 5T square is equals to 500. So you can cut it, you will get 100. So T square is equals to 100. So T will be 10 seconds. So 10 seconds is the time with when the stone touches the ground. And when the stone touches the ground, then the sound is produced, and then the sound will also take some time to reach the ear of the person. Okay, so this is a 500-meter distance, that is, and the sound is traveling with a speed of 330 meter per second. So we can calculate that speed is equals to the time is equals to distance upon speed. Means distance of the building, the person is standing there, and also the speed, that is 330 meter per second speed of sound. This is not an accelerated motion, that the sound will constantly travel with this speed. There is no decrease in the speed or increase in the side in the speed of the sound. So that is non-accelerated motion. So non-accelerated motion where there is no change in the speed. Here this falling of a stone is an accelerated motion because the speed is constantly increasing. But in case of sound, the sound is traveling with a constant speed of 330 meter per second. So there is no accelerated motion. So we can simply use the formula speed is equal to distance upon time to calculate the time. So here we can write here this will be cancelled out, and that will, when we calculate this, you will find that this is 1.2 seconds something approx. 50 divided by 33, you will get 133, then it will be 17. Okay, 17, then it will be 0. Okay, so 3 5s are 15. This will be 1.5 seconds. 1.5. Okay, so that will take 1.5 second approx to travel this distance. So 10 seconds is the distance taken by the stone to drop and produce a sound, and when the sound is produced, then it will take another 1.5 second to reach the again 500 meter distance, to travel again 500 meter distance. So the total time will be 10 plus 1.5, that would be 11.5. Got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Copy this one, and that is after copy you can leave the class. Okay,
So what is 10 meter per second? So no, sir, 10 seconds.
10 second is the distance, actually that is the time. 10 second is the time period that is taken by the stone to touch the ground, and after the 10 second sound is produced. Okay,
Yes, sir.